Yes, I love you cause you black, but don't love your ass like that. I will put you on a shirt if you fuck me on my rack.
Hey guys, guess who's re-recording this video because they had the camera angle messed up the last time they recorded, and now this is like the fifth take. This is the fifth take. It's the fifth take. The fifth. Welcome back to the channel. It's Superfly. I still don't have a mic, so I still sound trash. We're working on that. We're working on everything, really. Let's just hop into the story like we did last time. So this is taking place in summer 2017. I was still, living in this house here while my mom was in South Carolina. So I was here, young, 17, being immature, irresponsible, having a good old time, and I'm telling y'all about it. This started, it was like a regular old day. I'm chilling with like my regular homies, and then I have like two or three like other different people like sprinkled in there. And we're just like kicking back, having a good time and all that. One of the extra people, they wanted to like chill with me for a while, so they're gonna spend the night. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet we gonna do whatever in the meantime. Then one of like the original, the OGs, he's like, I just got a text from one of my dudes, and he wants to bring group over here. And one of his dudes was ultimately gonna be like this group of like stereotypical Southern frat party, white boy, chubby, short. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So in my young, horny 17-year-old head, I'm thinking, if they're coming, their white female counterparts are coming, and I like white female counterparts. So everybody just pull to my house. We're gonna have a good old time. We're just gonna turn it up like we usually do, because I'm like the best host in my area, you know what I'm saying? From there, they slowly start trickling in like all the dudes that said they're gonna come and all that. And I started to get a little hurt because I kept seeing dudes come in, and there was like no women like I was hoping for. Like I was I was young, you know what I'm saying? I was ready. And like I was just ready for nothing. It was just a bunch of like dudes in my house at this point. Like we were probably like 15 or so deep at this point. And it was no, you know what I'm saying? It was none of the you digs, you feel me? I was trying to get me a you dig. So from there, my homie that was spending the night, he's like, "Hey, I got an idea." And I'm like, "Let me hear the idea." So his like girl situation lady that he was like dealing with, that slowly started trickling in like all the dudes that said they're gonna come and all that. And I started to get a little hurt because I kept seeing dudes come in, and there was like no women like I was hoping for. Like I was I was young, you know what I'm saying? I was ready. And like I was just ready for nothing. It was just a bunch of like dudes in my house at this point. Like we were probably like 15 or so deep at this point. And it was no, you know what I'm saying? It was none of the you digs, you feel me? I was trying to get me a you dig. So from there, my homie that was spending the night, he's like, "Hey, I got an idea." And I'm like, "Let me hear the idea." So his like girl situation lady that he was like dealing with at the time was going to the bowling alley with this other girl that he knew that I liked. And for some reason, he's like, "We should just leave your house and go to the bowling alley with these girls." At this point, I'm thinking, one, who the fuck bowls? Two, what about everybody in my house right now? But I was young, 17, stupid, and pretty much a simp. So I just left my house fully unattended with 15 or so people just to see a girl that I kind of sort of liked at the time. So around the time that like we decided to like leave or whatever, like just about all the dudes that were gonna show up, they showed up and they're just like on my couch playing 2K, which isn't really bad because like 2K was actually good at that time, so like they weren't like it wasn't horrible, you know what I'm saying? It's not like playing 2K21 or something like that. I hop in my friend's car, we start leaving. Like no one really even notices that I'm just like straight up leaving the house type. You know what I'm saying? We get to the bowling alley, we meet up with two girls and all that. And like right as I see them, like one of my homies back at the crib, he's like, yo, like, where are you at? And I sent him a picture of me at the bowling alley, and I immediately started getting clowned, rightfully so, because like who just leaves their house fully fucking unattended to go goddamn bowling? So he's like, my homies, he's doing this thing with like his girl that isn't really his girl, but they like do stuff. And like he was kind of a simp too. I hope he sees this honestly, because you was a little simpy simp. Like because you know how like high school couples are when they're like like all like he was like one of those. Oh baby, do you need any water? Is there anything I can do for you? I'm having such a good time. I was just letting them do their thing because like what else am I supposed to do? I'm over here trying to chop it up with old girl that I'm trying to get with. And I mean, like, I was like 17 and like I didn't really know how to like flirt back then. And the only real reason that I could like get any girl around that time was because I was just black and funny, which is like really honestly like carries you a lot, like going to high school in the South. So I was just like playing off of that, and like like we still had a great time. Everything was cool. I literally got nowhere with her though. Like it was literally such a waste in the grand scheme of things. Because you would think if I left my house unattended, I would at least like make some sort of progress into like establishing like some sort of relationship with this girl. No, none of that. I didn't even bowl. I didn't even like bowling. So maybe an hour or so passes, and I'm finally, like deciding to leave. The ride home, like I'm not even thinking about like all the bad things that could be like going on in my house at this point. I'm more so, I'm just still geeked up off of the fact that like I had such a good time with this like girl that I liked because I suck. We finally pull up back to the crib. Nothing really seems bad on the outside. So I'm like, like maybe everybody was just chilling and playing 2K like how I left them. And I was wrong. I was very wrong. Well, I was halfway wrong. Let's put it like that. They were still playing 2K for the most part, but then I started, like walking around the house and stuff, and I was just seeing like random McDonald's paraphernalia just scattered all over the place and whatnot. Come to find out, like the dudes that I like be chopping it up with and all that, they like in the middle of me being gone, they left too. And I specifically remember they ordered 100 chicken nuggets from McDonald's. They straight up just left my crib unattended. Granted, I couldn't be mad about them because like I was way more irresponsible than they were. But they just straight up left the crib and gotten 100 chicken nuggets. They didn't even finish all the chicken nuggets. It was like 4 or 5 of them splitting them, and I just had goddamn fake chicken and sauce just scattered all over my damn house. Once I get a good look around the house and like I get to establish just how fucked this situation is, the white guys, like they start getting up and they're leaving, blah blah blah, and oh thanks for just letting me crash at your house, bro. It's so cool here. It's like yeah, sure, whatever. I'm literally like still like so hype off of the fact that I just spent an hour with this girl because I was trash. I'm still kind of trash at like handling females and like simping and stuff like that, but I'm working on it and I'm not gonna do stuff like that again. I'm looking at the camera, but I'm sort of like looking in the mirror right now and I'm like telling myself, I'm not gonna do that again. You're not gonna do that again. Look at me. I'm gonna watch this like in post editing. You're not gonna do that again. I will hurt you if you do that again, dog. Please. All in all, the night ended up generally normal, except I didn't have to take everybody home this time because I had a friend that actually had a car this time, so he could drive everybody else home, and I didn't have to leave my house at 4 a.m. to do so. So that was like a plus, but all in all, the night was still a fail, even though I sort of took it as a W in my head back in the day. I wish that I could say that, like, there was something better that came out of it, and I guess I could say that because, like, I learned from it in the long term. Moral of the story: don't simp, guys. Don't simp. Oh, like, comment, subscribe.